As you can see, I hand painted these two pillars as well. So if I just open up another panel, we set it to image editor and let's select it. I did the same thing. I deleted those back faces and the top and the bottom faces, and we used the same thing which we used in the first hand painted object. But here, as we can see, we have some other dents which we made in our modeling. And let's turn on overlays. You can see that we created the material. If we go to hand paint, we will see its texture as well. I already saved that. Let's select the second one. Make a preview of these. So I just didn't paint the cracks and the dents on this one, which can add more details to such image textures such as this one. So let's go to layout again. And layout, we can press Ctrl or number the slash. Let's set it to texture instead of material. Now we can see all of these. Set it to texture, and let's complete this one as well. So I would like to paint the dents and cracks. So for that, we need to click on this tool to get all our color palettes. So for dents, I would like to choose a dark color palette, and so let's right click and swap these, because I would like to see my UV map at the left and the viewport at the right side. So now if I just paint, you can see we are painting in real time. So let's make it a bit darker and click on this plus. And if I just paint, you can see, you start to see. So play around with the strength. 0.6 should be okay. Let's play around with the radius. I would like to paint a bit at the bottom, a bit. And a bit at the top. We can paint directly here, but we need to set the image to image editor first, then we can set it to paint. Okay, and we can play around with the radius. Everything should be good. Very nice. You can see it in real time here. If you would like to, for example, remove these, you can press S, sample color, play around with the radius, and so press S and just remove that. Really easy. So, or blend them together with this method, and it will update here. So let's sample the color by S, play around with the radius. Let's paint here just a bit with a black, and you will see the result right here. We can paint directly. Shift F, I will put the strength to a bit lower. and I would like to paint this area. Let's go to object mode, and I would like to select these objects and these as well, and press numpad period or numpad slash to just focus on those. Then select the pillar again, go to texture paint. So now we can paint again. Press F to play around with the radius and just make a bit more darker these areas. You can do the same thing on this area. Actually, we are painting the ambient occlusion around this surface. And let's paint here with a really dark. Okay, let's select the highlights. Strength should be okay, and just paint really carefully. So I prefer to paint with a really low strength at the first. Then later we will add the highlights, really bright color at the end. F. Okay, so now I press Shift F and set the strength to a bit higher, and I just want to paint in some points or touches. Really good. So you can see the star on the image. Make sure to save it. And now the star has been gone and it is saved. So if you click on save as, it will ask you for a location to save. For example, let's save it at this location. We can rename it to whatever we prefer. Front left pillar. Front left pillar. And boom. Control S to save all. Sorry for the sound because the weather is windy and yeah. Now we can press numpad slash to see. So here is after, which is a bit nicer. So if we paint our cracks a bit small, thinner, such as this, it's going to be looks more natural and looks more beautiful. So let's paint our cracks a bit longer than what we have. So it is always good to look at your image references before you paint. And sometimes the cracks need to be even continued. And Alt S. You can Alt S, move your mouse, put your mouse on the UV map and press Alt S to save it automatically. And Control S.